A lot of journalists and media will say South Africa choked again. And everyone said we choked, and I was there. We didn't choke. You almost feel like you're not getting the best of Hardik Pandya, and then is he worth?
Hello and welcome to Sports Yaari. Today we have Jonty Rhodes with us. So first of all, welcome to our show. So the first question that I want to ask from you is that you are the brand ambassador of this league. So what are your expectations from this league?
Well, my expectations from this league is that finding another level of cricket players, because we've seen what the IPL has introduced to Indian cricket. Because prior to the IPL, it was mainly the metros where the national team was getting selected from, and so many talented players in the outskirts weren't getting opportunity. And now, since the IPL's inception, we've now got Premier Leagues in most of the states are producing their own Premier League, so young players are getting an opportunity below the IPL. But then what happens below that at state level? So incredible that corporate cricket has done this, and this league will give players who possibly would never get a crack or an opportunity to showcase their skills, because it's going to be streamed and broadcast. And it's great to see that there's yet another layer of support and opportunity for young players in India, and maybe not so much just the young players, but the players in India to showcase their skills.
One more question, sir, about South Africa cricket, because as we know that it was a big heartbreak for South Africa in the T20 World Cup final 2024. They just needed 30 runs of 30 balls, I think. So what do you think that it always happens with South Africa? What is the reason behind it?
I've been on the cricket field in 3 World Cups, 4 I broke my finger, and everyone said we choked, and I was there. We didn't choke, I promise you. T20 cricket happens. 30 off 30, you've got Bumrah, that guy, he can bowl a bit. He's not bad. Okay, so Klaasen, the way that he plays like that. We've seen him with Sunrisers. He either scores you 80 or 30 balls or he gets out, but he keeps going like that. I think the difference there was Sky's catch. It was brilliant take on the boundary. It was game-changing from that perspective. But I've played no T20 cricket, but I've watched enough T20 cricket to know until the game is over, every dot ball puts pressure, builds pressure. Take a wicket, the game changes.
Sir, how do you rate Hardik Pandya's performance in the World Cup final? Obviously, Bumrah bowled a superb over, but after that, Hardik got Klaasen's wicket, he got Miller's wicket. So, how do you rate Hardik Pandya as an all-rounder, and especially his performance in the final?
Well, he's an important cog in any team when he's bowling well, or when he's bowling at full pace, and when he's batting. So, we know what he does with the bat. We've seen him batting up the order, down the order. He certainly has an impact wherever he plays, but he's also the kind of guy that is picked as an all-rounder and is seen as an all-rounder. So if he can't bowl to his full pace, you almost feel like you're not getting the best of Hardik Pandya, and then is he worth his place in the team? And he's certainly shown that and difficult for me to know exactly how much pain he was through and the injuries he's had to endure. Was he bowling full pace? Could he do that without pain? But he's a kind of guy, and the key with cricket's about partnerships, and we always talk about, we think batting partnerships, but bowling and partnerships are so crucial, because if Bumrah had bowled a superb over and yet the next over goes for runs, then that good over was for nothing. So, I think Hardik had a tough IPL, and it certainly, if anything, it just allowed, it just boosted him and strengthened him emotionally and mentally. It might have drained him by the end of it, but it certainly showed him that he can handle pressure situations, because he was under a lot of pressure in the IPL. So, if anything, the tough time that he had at the helm of Mumbai Indians possibly helped him